Hey everyone, this is a clip from a recent episode of Another Pass, where we talk about movies and all the struggles that go into making them. If you like it, check out the whole podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
One of the things that I really enjoy is when coming into some zone in a piece of media, it makes you immediately rethink what the assumptions you probably had going in. And just oh no, you're at the island. Oh, you mean the land part. Yeah, the land part is up there and it's terrible. But you are at the island. You're here in the underwater bit, the good bit, the bit that isn't ruled by an angry lion who just wants to play soccer. Also, they're British. Why aren't they calling it football?
Soccer actually comes from a acronym in England, so that's actually
okay.
At some point they did call it soccer.
Yeah, the reverse back to football was almost in like defiance of U.S. football becoming a thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is that also why Australia calls it soccer too?
Probably, because it has something to do with association. Like, I forgot like the acronym that leads to it being called soccer, but it actually was like a real term that was used pretty frequently, and yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Brazil, they call it soccer too.
Yeah.
Not football.
Okay, that one I didn't know.
Yeah, because like both soccer and rugby are considered types of football, and I think it was like soccer was like, here's the less break everyone's bones style, and then eventually it just became football worldwide, except for in America and a few other respective spots where it was like, oh, but we prefer this other type of football that had evolved into weird directions.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I guess.
we're approximating here.
But yeah, it's the whole soccer bit, like at one point he says that he played for Manchester United. Like, he's just always full of lies, and that was hilarious. He's like, yeah, regular con man, that one.
Yeah.
I almost wonder like who those lies are for though, because the other animals know where he came from. Like, is he trying to impress the people?
To me, that felt like kind of like it's the salesman pattern. The most important thing is that you don't stop. And so
Fair.
Putting in those kinds of details, doing like a kind of Gish Gallop on them to try and like emotionally and in his speech get control of the situation. And he does not have any control in this situation, and it absolutely does not work. But he's trying to do the salesman patter like he did from his original intro song. But this is not the time for it. It's just not. There's no time for this. Just leave.
I kind of wish the king had said, I don't know what that is, but sure, you'll do. Because, like, how would he know?
Well, but then the king would have to admit that he didn't know something, which seems out of character for him. So it's in everyone's best interest for the guy to pretend that he played for Manchester United and for the king to pretend that he knows what that is.
Touche.
I like this logic. This headcanon works really well here.
Good.
Remember, if you like that clip, check out the podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts.